And here comes Chris Hill, 4 feet 6 out of Jefferson Elementary, a confident young man with a great stride. But, he might be in trouble now.
Hey, Chris. Want to get high? No way, man. That stuff's for losers.
Oh, what a move! Chris Hill never hesitates, just blows past that guy. Bob?
You're right, Mike. Look, Chris is known for his great head shake. Then he shifts his weight to the right foot, finds a hole, and zip, he's out of there.
Spectacular, just spectacular. This kid's got a bright future.
Okay. Hypothetically speaking, how long could you go without sleep before you drive yourself insane?
I have been here, actually. Because I had to do it over scout camp. Oh, we're going to go deep on this one. We had this thing called, in the Boy Scouts, called the Tribe of Mikose, which, looking back, was this probably racist fake Indian shit that we used to do. Like, fake Native American bullshit. One of the things that we had to do was, like, first you stay up all night because you're doing, like, your initiation, whatever. Then, to get to the rank of fire builder, I had to tend to fire all night. Like, so I had been up for 48 hours straight, and at that point, walking back to camp, I was having, like, conversations with people who weren't there. I hung out with Abraham Lincoln for a bit. Like, that shit got really fucking weird. So, I'm gonna go with 2 days.
Frank, first off, fire builder sounds like a class from that show Avatar. Second of all, Frank, it sounds like y'all should just be making, like, friendship bracelets and shit like that. Like, why are y'all staying up so late?
I don't know. Good question. I guess what I'm saying is I'm a fire starter, twisted fire starter. But I really don't know what the hell all that shit was about. But basically, my fire was powered by a 100-pack of matches and, like, random brush.
You basically spawned doppelgangers of Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, totally. Literally walking back, like, having a conversation with Abraham Lincoln. I think, on a side note, my number one most hated thing about trying to do, like, the all-nighter sleep reset is that you are good for about the first third of your shift, and then everything goes to hell.
And it's like, as soon as you find time to sit down, all of a sudden you just melt. You melt into the products around you. You melt into that chair. You melt into almost like even as you stand up, you just feel you need to, like, completely decompress.
Oh man, we got to get off this subject, dude. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, I'm getting a little sleepy, but I have a whole Domino's pizza that I will be eating after we finish recording.
Fine. Domino's pizza. You know, the innovators at Domino's Pizza have figured out how to make pizza that doesn't taste like cardboard.
Who? Maybe
you should check them out, folks. All I'm saying. This podcast is also brought to you by Squarespace. Oh man, Squarespace jokes.
We're brought to you also by Fruity Pebbles.
When was the last time you had a bowl, son? Fruity Pebbles taste good like a cigarette should.
The coastal elitists strike again! Alright, let's get into this episode.
Well, speaking of coastal elitists, it's everyone's favorite crypto-fascist step-siblings. It's Toby and Ashley! Yay! God damn it, I'm gonna hate this episode, aren't I?
You're not gonna hate it any more than I am, and I really, really hate this episode. More so the characters.
Yeah, everyone is insufferable and weird in this episode. Hear about how Ashley gets to have over a friend, and Toby gets to have over a friend, and the parents are away, and there's totally going to be underage drinking and or fucking and or drug use in this episode.
Okay, so, tonight, you're going...
I know. One friend over each and no parties. I heard.
Good for you for being so responsible. That's great.
Like, I knew that out of the gate. It's named after an Alanis Morissette song. This is going to be good. By the way, we do get the full name drop of Spinner's full name, because they're having some sort of weird quasi-graduation ceremony in Miss Kwan's class, where he gets, like, and Miss Kwan has a bunch of special nicknames for them. Spinner does not get called up as dumbest human alive.
Question. Spinner's hoodie.
Oh, he has a different one on. I didn't notice.
You kind of see it. It's just like this gray animal looking thing. It kind of looks like a hamster. It kind of looks like it might be a werewolf or like.
Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Come on, turn around for me, big boy. Show me what you're working with, son. Yeah, that's like a bootleg Bears logo.
It'd be like for a G League hockey team logo.
Oh, we are the Quebec Grizzlies. By the way, yeah, his full name, Gavin Mason. Gavin Mason would later go on to be the governor of North Dakota. Lot of hacker-style camera spinning. We're cutting between Simpsons class and Quan's class. Camera's moving more than like a Michael Bay film at this point. Ashley gets called up for being the student among students. I don't know what the hell that means.
Revenge.
Like, the kids in Mr. Simpson's new media class have made some sort of weird-ass jib-jab e-card to thank him, with some of the worst photos I've ever seen.
How would they be able to make this back then?
They would have to make it in, like, a very, very early version of Flash, I'd say. We cut to Ashley and Jimmy having a moment. Jimmy looks like he's wearing some sort of Burger King-themed Steve from Blue's Clues sweater.
Hey, I like this sweater. The only thing is, a size too big for him.
He looks like a hamburger, dude. A hamburger under a beautiful blue sky.
It doesn't even look, and the thing is, it doesn't even look like it was iron.
Oh, one little note on the when they leave Simpsons class. I appreciate JT's understated, like it's not pointed out, but his reaction to Mr. Simpson completely fucking up that handshake.
JT really pisses me off in this episode.
Oh God, he is so fucking weird and stupid in this episode.
They meet up with Emma, Manny, and Liberty. He says, "Ladies, what shall we do this fine evening?" I don't know if it's maybe they instructed him to deliver those lines that way, but it's just like, I hate you.
Okay, kid. Now you gotta be worse than Toby. Everyone hates Toby. We gotta amp you up to compensate. So we need you to act like some sort of potential sex pervert.
Yeah, he's like a proto Quagmire.
Yeah, totally.
Did you get any kind of like nostalgia, like a flashback as they're like the last day of school cleaning out their lockers thing?
Yeah, there's not enough giant trash cans full of garbage though.
Ah, that's a good point. And no one's knocked them over yet.
Yeah, like there needs to be just one trash can full of notebooks.
That was like the one thing. It's like you can never have enough notebooks. And then when you run out, you're like, hey, I'm going to use this notebook. I'm going to take notes. I'm going to get B's this semester, and you never use it.
What I ever got is a lot of my classes were like, oh yeah, you need to have a spiral-bound 70-page notebook. We will not accept you having a section of one of those like 110-page ones. We do not want you to have any sort of convenience whatsoever.
Preparing us for adulthood, essentially.
I guess. Arbitrary, stupid rules made up by people who have no reason to enforce them.
Can we just read The Giver and get it over with? I don't care, man.
I never took any notes. I never wrote in my agenda. I never needed to. High school's not that hard.
I was one of those people that made school harder than it was. I was very much like a Sean, Spinner, and JT in a sense.
That's a hell of a combination.
No, unfortunately. But it's like I would really just like walk into the back of the class and like just put my head down or I'd read a book. I'm like, I don't care about this. I'm going to art school.
We get revealed, oh Christ, Toby has a thing for Emma. And then immediately after that, oh Christ, Toby's trying to not be a total chud by emulating Sean, of all people.
Maybe she's learned that bad boys only lead to heartache.
And now she's looking for a good boy, one named Toby? Not likely. What you need is a new approach. Sean's approach.
Sean's cool. He's got a motorcycle helmet. He's got the jean jacket.
He's got the jean jacket. He has a metric fucking ton of shade thrown all over him by Emma, even though he's not even in the scene.
Girls' night at my place, meaning no boys allowed, especially boys named Sean.
Yeah, he does come in, though.
He's walking past, but he doesn't have, like, dialogue.
I kind of liked it, though.
Oh, no, it was good. If they had been mid-sentence and then said, and this fucko in the Jean Co. jeans back here, like, pointing out some random extra.
So JT says, Toby, you gotta change, man. You gotta be cool. And I just look at, coming from this fucking, this...
Spencer's Gifts, the person.
With his blue shirt, with the 4 skateboard decks, it looks like when you would choose a deck on Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. With his backwards cap, his red and white. It looks
His fucking Pokemon trainer hat.
That's what he looks like. He looks like a Pokemon. He's a skater kid. He's one of the skater kids.
Yeah, there you go. Skater kid wants to battle.
And he walks up to Sean, and he says the douchiest thing.
Here's having the boys over tonight to play some cards, talk girls, guy stuff. Want to come?
No.
He's like, we're gonna, it's gonna be a guys' night. We're gonna have boys over. We're gonna play some cards, talk about girls. And Sean has the perfect reaction to this. And then JT says, well, Emma's gonna be there. And then he just stops. Like, mouth the gate. He's just staring off into the distance as he after JT brings this up.
Just going full Sound of Silence.
All of a sudden, Death Cab for Cutie song starts playing.
Emma?
Yeah. We're
having the girls over. Later.
Okay.
Are you insane?
Somehow convinced Sean to come over. This is a true meeting of the minds. The UN.
This is like when Franklin Delano Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, and Joseph Stalin met after World War II.
Cut to Ashley. She's Ashley. Hooray for Ashley. Cut to the next scene.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Ashley's basically like, how come Jimmy does not want to have sex with me?
Yeah, that's
and it's like,
literally it. You have it down to a T, even the over-enunciation.
Boyfriend would want to come over no matter what. My parents are away. Never mind.
Anyway, I thought you were, cooling on it.
Exactly the opposite. After you've been going out for a while, things get deeper.
Oh.
Unless he's cooling on me.
I don't think that's how it is.
Looking back, her acting was kind of
strangely robotic.
Yeah, there was no actual emotion into it. I kind of felt like you could definitely tell she's a stage actor, though. Well, actress.
Playing to the rafters. And then they cut to outside when JT and Toby come out covered in, suit, and JT's holding the blowtorch. And I'm sure I speak for everyone when I say, what the fuck happened here?
See, if they were...
What the hell sort of Beekman's World bullshit did they get into?
It's like, oh, they're both little aspiring Dylan Klebold and Eric Harris's.
Oh, God. Check out this Doom mod I made of the school.
Come on, man. It's going to be our finest hour. We're gonna wage a two-man war against society. Society is just a lie. I've read Nietzsche.
JT, what'd I tell you about making pipe bombs in the chemistry room?
Damn it, we have to make this anthrax. What shitty 3D movie were they watching?
I have no idea. I hope it's that weird Italian cut of Godzilla. Where it's like half Godzilla movie and half Italian fuck film. And the colors are all Technicolor.
You like how Sean just randomly walks into their house?
Yeah, that you can tell this was in an area where you could just leave the door unlocked. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you were watching a movie there.
Hey guys, yeah, your brother Tobes, he said I could come over.
Did you think they got the 3D glasses from the Blockbuster or what? Or did they just have those laying around?
Probably got them from the video store.
Just hit the corner store, you know what I'm looking for, Saint Just hit the corner store, you know what I'm looking for, Saint Through the door with a box of 4 O's, party just a bouncing, house below. No set tripping, just sipping on ST. That's how we do it in the LBC. Hear ye, come on. It's the first Daniel G. Nick and all my dogs are invited, so don't enlight it. Cause it's the first time in a long time, and I just might reminisce about the Fresh Fest back in 85 when the Dubs and the Saniacs used to who ride. It was easy just to serve on the curb, that's how I do. Ain't no slipping, dipping, now I'm sipping on my roots, staying true. Cause now I'm supposed to grab my little friend, then my deuce. I get sloops with my hands on my drink. LBC, I see money in the bank, St. Oz.
Have you heard about raw water? I used to drink dead water, but I found out that if you drink unfiltered spring water, it actually improves your life in a number of ways that I can't quantify. So if you want your water to have an expiration date and turn green and potentially give you typhus, Drink more water. Remember, kids, fluoride is a mind control drug, and it serves no benefit whatsoever.
Ain't nothing but a gangsta party.
So, you know, we cut to Sean walking up to the saddest conversation I've ever seen. Like, you know, talking about girls around the campfire.
So, Sean, girls, care to share your expertise?
What?
You know, on how you score like Sundin.
I don't.
Come on. Girls like drool over you.
I don't know. I just act like myself, I guess.
I gotta say, I like how this scene is shot, though.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. I do like the whole camaraderie aspect of this. It soon turns south, but like, you know, they're talking about stuff. They're just being kids.
Definitely had some like moments like these when I was younger, basically.
Oh yeah, same here. Oh, by the way, Ashley totally gets pissed off at Toby for having more than one friend over, even though she is flagrantly breaking that rule.
And I like how they all mentioned that Sean like got more attractive because of that fight with Jimmy, aka when he beat the shit out of Jimmy.
Has Sean become like a total babe since that little fight, or what?
Did he though? Why?
He mollywopped Jimmy. It was
well, no, I mean the getting more attractive thing, like.
That's a good point. I mean, if anything, yeah, you know what? Because he did push down Emma, so why does that make him more attractive?
I don't know. Good question. Man, Sean got way more attractive when he did a time in prison for assaulting that one guy and then came back with a neck tattoo. By the way,
so what if he hangs out with the Aryan Brotherhood? I mean, you all need friends.
Everybody's gotta have friends. He's like that guy from American History X. He doesn't really mean it. By the way, JT, totally gay for Toby, calling it now. I don't know if that's actually a thing that happens.
Wait, what do you mean?
I can't remember specifically what made me say it. I think it was just the way they were talking to each other.
JT wearing his tie-dye shirt, and he digs in his bag, and he...
I totally thought he was pulling out a sack full of weed, and then they swerved me hard. Like, I was like, oh, JT has some weed, of course he does. But no, it's one pill of ecstasy.
Big-ass tablet.
Like, obviously you'd break it up.
Son would definitely crack it in half and snort it. That kid snorts things. He inhales.
That kid inhales.
This further feeds into my theory about JT. Sketchy kid who like, oh dude, I know someone who can get us a dime. Yet
by the way, is it just me or did it sound like he was trying to like spike the girls' drinks with it for a second?
JT, what?
Ecstasy is the love drug, right? There's a whole room of girls down there needing some love.
I don't know, man. This stuff's pretty intense.
Better be. I paid my cousin 2 weeks' allowance for it.
Like, between him talking about, oh, this is gonna, like, initiate the love factor, or whatever the fuck, and then the hard cut to the drinks, I was like, what's going on here? Is JT some sort of weird sex pervert?
Is it coming full circle?
Is it coming full circle? JT would later go on to be a sex offender in North Dakota. So then Sean cuts a aspirin in half to give to the idiots and tells Ashley to flush the ecstasy down the toilet.
The party favor.
Which she, of course, then doesn't, because even though she was just admonishing him a second ago for even having drugs...
Is that... Sean, you brought drugs?
Not me, JT.
JT? Toby? They're way too young to be experimenting with drugs.
Because she's Ashley and can do no wrong, it's 100% okay if she uses drugs.
She was so melodramatic, but she sounded so, like, underwhelmed about it. Like, what are they doing with ecstasy? Not drugs.
You'd think that you'd go up and ask about that shit. You know,
yeah.
Being the older sister, ostensibly, to Proto-Goblin Steve Bannon here. John gets them both to chew an aspirin tablet, which I know firsthand is delicious.
Toby, come on. Want to be a bad boy? Start acting like one.
Bad boy?
Ignore him. Let's just do it.
Sure you don't want to join us?
Yeah, my social work would kill me.
Okay.
Hey, wait. Chew it slowly. Gives you a better high.
I love the idea of just two kids convincing themselves that they're high. Like, that part was hilarious to me. Also, what the hell are the appetizers that Ashley's serving?
Probably some, like, shit she read on, like, the equivalent of, like, Pinterest from back then.
It looks like it looks like bonsai trees with all the branches cut off.
They'd be like a 3D model for, like, stages to a PlayStation 2 game, like a platformer.
It looks like someone failed at whittling a dildo. But yeah, she finally takes the whole tab. All of it. Even though if she had, like, broken that up and distributed it amongst her friends, first off, they probably would have been cool with it, except maybe Terry. Secondly...
But it feeds into that thing. Only I can do this.
Only I can do the drugs. I am the only one who can handle it. Also, she's wearing a towel.
She gets some advice at a really, really bad time.
Sorry, but this get-together is getting seriously lame. Okay, then what do you want to do?
Invite Jimmy over. Just stop being boring and break a rule for once.
I already did.
Then invite him again. And you just need to live a little. Because you're pretty cool when you do. Honest.
Oh yeah, that's another recurring Degrassi theme is good advice at the worst possible moment.
She literally has the shortest phone call conversation ever.
Jimmy, come over. I want to have fun together.
Also, I like how Sean, the guy who everyone expects actually brought the drugs, is the most responsible person here.
I mean, I think I like that aspect of his character, though. I really do not like this next scene, though.
What, the scene where they're all like, whoa, dude.
I'm floating on a fluffy white cloud. How can you not feel it?
I'm starting to. I think.
Let me take a swig of orange juice. Hold on. I fucking hate this scene, and I hate JT. This asshole is every person who will lie to you about the one time they did acid, the one time they did this drug.
It's every story on Arrowhead about, like... Or, like, it's that one 4chan green text where the dude's like, oh yeah, I took some mushrooms and I went up to my room and they didn't work, so I played Zelda, but it turns out I was really stabbing myself in the hand.
It's like, whenever you hear people talk about, like, any kind of hallucinogens or psychedelics, this is how that you can tell they've never actually done it before. Not even a fraction close to that. It's more internal. That's all.
Friend of mine came to Geek Squad every day. Not every day, but most days on acid. And he was able to do his job just fine.
You won't see pink elephants. You won't see blue and purple hills or anything like that. And I really hate JT's line where he puts his hands up against his head. He goes,
"This is incredible.
Dude, this is ecstasy."
Shut up!
Yeah.
Nerd!
But also the fact that he's not even high.
I know.
He has had his pain relieved by 1/2 of an aspirin. I actually expected Toby to be the straight man here and be like, I don't feel anything. I don't think it worked. But then he totally starts doing it too.
He does it in like the way with like when you really like first like smoke weed, but you smoke too much and you just like, I think I'm gonna die. You just lay on your stomach.
Yeah. Then the girls show up. Meanwhile, Ashley's having her freak out where she like breaks a pot and is starting to get into the I'm so excited portion of this Saved by the Bell episode.
Ashley had a joke where she walks outside because it's all the three of them, like Emma, Liberty, and Manny.
Hey, you're not Jimmy and Spinner. Unless they had a sex change.
Yeah.
And Ashley comes to the door. She's like, hey, you're not Jimmy and Spinner. Unless they had a sex change.
Yeah, she's full of the bad on drugs jokes. Like, she literally says, I'll drink out of the toilet at one point.
She should have totally been the druggy character.
Here's my thing. I don't know how, like, the rest of this series goes, and this is season 1. I could totally see that happening. She was she's bored with her role as queen of the school, valedictorian material, whatever, and she just gets into drugs. And that's her thing now, and that's her arc. And it would be a pretty good place for it to go, I think, dramatically, like narratively.
She actually ends up becoming God.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that'll get weird.
Yeah, she actually pulls the look off great, honestly.
But yeah, she's still freaking the fuck out.
So she puts on some really weird. It sounds like the type of music that The Sims would listen to.
Public domain.
Bleeps and bloops.
Yeah, I don't even know what the hell genre that was, because I made a note here. I was like, we need to score this scene to bad techno, and then they did it for me.
You know what? It kind of sounds like the start menu for like a Cool Borders or like some kind of extreme video game like that.
Nah, it totally sounds like the stock menu music you would hear in one of those shovelware Wii games that's just like, mini game party! You could probably put the audio of me saying that over the music, and it would just be perfect. Mini game party! Mini game party! Jimmy's still here in his fucking cheeseburger shirt.
He shows up.
By the way, Spinner walks in with a watermelon that I'm legitimately not sure if it's full of vodka or not.
Aren't you supposed to, like, prepare that for, like, an entire day? Like, you're supposed to, like, say a party happens at 8. You're supposed to have that, like, ready at, like, 12 noon or something.
Oh, totally. Like, that's my thing. I don't know if he actually bothered to make the vodka watermelon or if he just brought a fucking watermelon because he wanted to eat one. I legitimately don't know. And I see straws sticking out of it later, and I don't know if it's because the watermelon had booze in it or if Spinner thought that you could just drink a watermelon.
Oh, shit. I mean, it is Spinner, though, you know? Like, dude, don't worry about why I bought a watermelon, bro.
Or like maybe he just thinks that like you can buy a watermelon and then like dump vodka into it like 5 minutes before you serve it.
He just like stabs it and he just like he doesn't even make like a crevice. He just makes like a nice little like slit for it and he just pours it and he thinks now I can drink this.
Dude, this watermelon will get you fucking wasted.
It's like, bro, like seriously?
My dad showed me how to do this before he went to prison.
My dad's in jail for insurance fraud.
Yeah, it would be something like that. It's not even insurance fraud, it's just like not filling out the form correctly.
He just comes from a family of like, they're really nice people, but they're just dumb as fuck.
By the way, before they get here, Ashley on the phone is like the most serial killer looking thing I've seen since Red Dragon.
Yeah.
It's just creepy. And also, someone should have told her that she totally doesn't need to take ecstasy to have premarital sex. It's cool. Everybody does it. Just do it.
Or be just a normal, not judgmental, not reactionary person.
Yeah, well, the drugs make her worse. Also, I love Manny's headphone radio. Like, that thing is great. She looks like that one dude from Empire Strikes Back. Meanwhile, Ashley's full-on 90s rave high.
When did you decide to have a party? I thought your parents were going.
This music's just incredible.
Ash, you're burning up.
I know, it's so hot in here.
Have you been drinking?
No. A, B, C, D, E.
Ecstasy. Where'd you get ecstasy?
Toby, JT, one of them.
Do you know how stupid that is?
Stop being so melodramatic. That's fun. You can too.
You need to drink water, and lots of it.
Just talking about how I understand you now. You're like me, but different.
Dude, like, have you ever noticed, like, how colors are, like, all colorful and shit?
I can hear colors. I can see sounds.
There is this great documentary that was released around this time called Small Town Ecstasy. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
No, I'm not. It's
actually about a dad who is, like, really, really into the rave scene, and, like, it breaks up his family, and, like, dude, it is a time cap. It's really good, but it's, like, really depressing, honestly.
I've been drunk before until about 4 months ago, and I never smoked pot before until about 4 months ago, and I just went off the hook, right? I turned 40, I'm middle-aged crazy, I guess, or something.
Raving now.
Love each other.
I thought you were going to be like, there's this documentary coming out at the time. It was called SLC Punk. Also, I little touch. I like how JT says shalom. He puts his hands together.
He would have dreadlocks.
He is the college Rastafarian.
Yes.
He's talking about fucking bald heads.
He'd walk around with his yoga mat everywhere.
See, I'm serious about it. If they had shared this pill, they would all be having a pretty okay time.
Yeah, but Ashley had to be a hog.
Yeah, so now everybody has to watch her life train wreck before their eyes, essentially. And
Jimmy's acting is terrible.
Yeah. Sorry, Drake. I thought legitimately, and I'm still not sure if it actually did happen, but once Sean has his little spat with Emma.
Emma.
Sean, just leave me alone. If I knew you were gonna be here, I would have stayed home.
I'll go find Liberty.
Emma, can we talk, please?
There's nothing to talk about.
Emma, you're not being fair.
Sean, you went too far. We're over, as in finished.
And he's sitting there on the bed, and Ashley comes to comfort him. They start making out. I thought they were going to have sex. I'm still not convinced that they didn't. Another little timeline I saw was like Ashley has one night where she gets on ecstasy, fucks this dude, and then gets pregnant.
Oh, God, that would be oh, my God, that would be...
I keep coming up with dark things to happen to Ashley.
She could have been a really cool dark character, honestly.
Everyone likes to see that arc of redemption where someone who is, like, way too full of themselves gets knocked down a peg and has to come back up and in the process, gain some humility and perspective. Like, that's a good narrative arc. But anyway, Jimmy threatens to beat up Toby, and I really wish that had actually happened.
Stomped him out?
Fuck Toby. Fuck him in his stupid, not actually high, but thinking he's stoned face.
What? Don't you know that E leads to harder things, like my fists?
Frank, I have a feeling like you met a Toby before in your life.
Like I said, I was the Toby. That's why I hate him so much.
He would be the guy who goes to a party and he's like cracking open a book.
Just hanging out in the corner, like watching people talk to each other.
I'm reading Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, man. So you're describing me in college, basically. No, I wouldn't crack open a book, but I was totally like, oh, hey, I brought my PSP. What is social interaction? I don't understand.
I would just do my thing I'd usually do when I have a drink and just nervously laugh at everything.
Did you see the creeper move when Toby is hugging Emma, where he takes off his glasses for whatever fucking reason?
He's such a wannabe nice guy.
By the way, I do enjoy how Ashley keeps calling Jimmy Dad repeatedly.
Oh, the innuendo!
I wasn't going there, actually. But Holy shit. I think we're at the climax, which is the psycho breakup meltdown.
We gotta get into this. Let's pull our seats up for this one, folks.
Saddle up.
It's the drugs.
Oh yeah, keep going, Dad. Keep telling me who I am.
Ash, look.
No. This is exactly why me and Sean he gets me. You?
Ash, stop.
Tara, I love your shirt. It's so shiny like stars.
I'm out of here.
What I should have done is broken up with you on your birthday, like I was going to.
Ash, would you just stop being such a hag already?
Paige, you are a hag. On two fronts. Your looks and your personality. Oh, Jimmy, it's just, you don't have what Sean has and you never will. You're just not enough for me. Sorry. Oh, and now you're upset. Don't be. It's okay. It is. It's all good. It is.
She just keeps talking to him about how, like, she feels like she's put in a box and how Jimmy wants her to be the person that she's not. But then she sees that he's getting sad and tries to immediately comfort him. Even though she totally said the world's bitchiest thing like 5 seconds earlier, which was, I should have broken up on you with you on your birthday like I was going to.
There's no coming back from that.
The only thing worse would be like, I should have broken up with you at your grandmother's funeral. It's the biggest fucking train wreck.
She insults
Paige, yeah, which isn't that hard, but.
And then Spinner has his one and only line. No, this is like his first line in the entire show,
which is, "Hey man, if you put this watermelon in the microwave and then put your dick in it." That's what he brought the watermelon for. He brought it to fuck.
Hold on, let me. We gotta get through this.
Okay. Oh, God. What was Spinner's one and only line? Because it definitely wasn't about having sex with that watermelon.
Please stop.
Where's Sean, Spinner? He left like 2 minutes ago.
Everything he says, it's perfect. It's like, yes, Spinner. He did leave 2 minutes ago. You pat him on the head and he gets all giddy. He giggles to himself.
Good job, Spinner. You understood how time works. Yes, it is 2 minutes from when Sean left. You see, the big hand... Oh, God. We smash cut... Well, after, like, everybody bails except for Terry, because Terry is the one, like, house mom friend who's going to keep Ashley's shit together. Which, that must have been a great fucking night.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
and
I've been that friend, and I'm having flashbacks. Jimmy's just like, fuck off.
Spinner's like, I'm taking my watermelon. Hey, Jimmy, wait up, bro.
me and Dolores are going home.
He names it.
And it's full of straws, and it has one of those, like, tropical tiki drink umbrellas in it, and I still don't know if he made it right.
So we smash cut to the next morning. The house doesn't look that bad for a party.
Oh no, I could clean that up in like 10 minutes. Like, the only thing that really needs cleaning up is the busted vase, which, yeah, that might be annoying to explain. Just say that someone threw a pillow at it. But yeah, Ashley's trying to deal with, both serotonin syndrome and her breakup.
She really looks like a wine mom.
Spinner comes in and has his other lines, by the way.
Oh, Spinner, he is such a helpful little servant.
Jimmy told me to give you this stuff. Don't try to call him. Bye.
By the way, you gonna come to my band show? We're playing in an empty garage.
Yeah, dude. We renamed it to Fuck Chicken. Because honestly, no one really wanted to see beef hemorrhoids. So,
hey, if you've ever heard of a band by the name of the Bloodhound Gang, we sort of sound like them. We just have the song titles, but we really sound like this one band that's called Buck Cherry.
They're in a Buck Cherry tribute band.
He's actually in a band now, apparently.
Oh, really? God, we need to track that down. Yeah, it actually has to deal with the results of her being a massive, massive idiot.
And then she starts to cry. I'm sorry, but her acting...
Not good. It's not great.
She looks like... I'm sorry, but she looks like she's just smelling something really bad. Like...
Yeah.
Like she's trying to hold in laughter.
Well, she always has this look on her face like she smelled a fart. Like, that's constantly.
That's a good point.
Our brains are falling apart. It's time to end this charade. So, we fade to black on Ashley having torn her life asunder with one jagged little pill.
I thought, what would you overall, how do you feel about the episodes? The lore of Degrassi, the Next Generation.
Well, Stupid Fight...
The game!
Stupid Fight Club, the episode, had some great Spinner action. That made it worth it. This one focuses on the characters that I hate the most doing incredibly stupid things, essentially. Like, you have a plot where Ashley learns what drugs are in the worst way possible, and Toby attempts to put his penis into another human being.
So, could you kind of expand upon that whole thing where you said you felt like JT, there might have been some, like, tension between him and Toby?
Okay, so they're talking about, they're playing poker, and JT's just like, so Sean, girls, how do you get them? And Sean, in the funniest scene in the episode, goes, what? Sean's like, I don't know, I just be myself. Why? Who do you like? And then JT looks over at Toby, and Toby looks at him, looks over at Sean, and immediately changes the subject.
Oh!
I'm trying to make some fanfic here. I'm a JT Toby shipper. The name of the ship is Jatobi. We really need to work on that. I have a crack team of Tumblr scientists trying to figure out a better Smush name. But
I think Sean literally just had the best advice for both of these fucking losers was just be yourself.
unless you're the both of them, and then be anyone else.
Invite your competition over and try to get game off him like he's not gonna turn around and like mock you.
Dude, give me the scoops. How do you get like the bitches, yo?
Well, look, first, give me this pill, and I'm gonna go make out with your your stepsister. Got him.
So Sean steals his drugs, steals Toby's drugs, Toby's drugs by proxy, and makes out with his stepsister all in one night. And makes him look like an idiot by giving him fake drugs.
And he breaks Emma's heart.
Yeah, well, that part sucks, but the rest of it might make Sean the best character in this episode.
You want a bump, G?
No, I don't want none of that shit. That's right. I wouldn't put that in my nose if I was you. You know how they get in here, don't you?
Tell them how to get in.
People smuggle it in their ass. Say what? I ain't lying on the truth. I know the motherfucker they bring it in here. That come out somebody's asshole, so go on and enjoy. Oh, man, whatever. I know if I got to get high, I got to smell some shit I ain't gonna have, man. Sure ain't worth that. Shit, that ain't high. That's low. That cocaine, heroin, marijuana, all that shit, bring it all in there.
I don't think gonna get it in there.
That's right.
Look like it's up to you, ass sniffer.